Hi, welcome to this lesson on equivalent fractions. My name is Mr. Portland from the Friary School.
So, to begin with, let's have a look at this problem. John ate 3/4 of a bar of chocolate. His friend Emily ate 6/8 of a bar of chocolate. Who ate more chocolate? So, to help me with this, I'm just going to shade in what that might look like. So, if John ate 3/4 of this bar of chocolate, that means he ate 3 out of the 4 pieces. So I'm just going to colour in 3 out of those 4 pieces of chocolate. Then, on the right-hand side, we've got Emily's bar of chocolate. She ate 6 out of 8 pieces, or 6/8 of that bar of chocolate. So I'm just going to colour in 6 of those and have a look at who ate more chocolate. Once I've done that, I can see that 3/4 of a bar of chocolate and 6/8 of a bar of chocolate are the same amount.
So that means that 3/4 is equal to 6/8.
And I can see that quite easily here. Here I have 3/4 of the bar of chocolate. If I wanted to have twice as many pieces of chocolate, then that would give me 8 pieces of chocolate. So I can just draw this line straight down here. Once I've done that, you can now see that 6 out of 8 of the pieces of chocolate are now shaded in, rather than 3/4.
And we can do the same thing on more fractions too. So here I have 2/3, but if I wanted to split all of those pieces into 2 pieces, I could draw this line across here. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6. But I could have done that in a different way as well. So I could have split each of those pieces into 3 more pieces by drawing these lines here. Now just be careful. All of these should be equal parts, but I know it doesn't quite look like that at the moment. So if they were all cut into 3 equal parts, I can now see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces shaded in, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces all together. And I can think about this because, well, if there were 3 pieces and I made each of those into 3 more pieces, I've multiplied the total number of pieces by 3. And if there were 2 pieces shaded in, but all of those were made into 3 more pieces too, then I've also multiplied the 2 by 3 as well. So that's become 6. Again, we can look at the same thing here. So we've got 8 out of 10 pieces shaded. So if I wanted to here, I could perhaps cut all of these pieces into 2. So instead of it being out of 10 pieces, I'm going to double it so it's now out of 20. And then if I were to do that, all of these pieces and all of these pieces are now going to be half. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But I could have seen that already. If I've doubled the total amount of pieces altogether, I've also doubled the total amount shaded there. And that leads us to the rule for equivalent fractions. So if I have 3/5, if I multiply the denominator, so how many pieces there are, by any number, so let's say I multiply that by 3, it would now be 5 times 3, which would be 15. But for the fraction to be equivalent, I have to also multiply the numerator by that same amount, so I have to also multiply that by 3. So that would be 9 out of 15.
Let's just do a few examples. So here we have 3/4 is equal to something out of 12. So 4 has been multiplied by something to get 12. So if I go up in my 4 times table, 4, 8, 12, I can see that 4 has been multiplied by 3. So therefore, the numerator of this fraction must also be multiplied by 3. So I must do 3 times by 3, so 3, 6, 9. So therefore, 3/4 is the same, or equivalent to 9/12.
Let's do another one. So we have a half is equal to something out of 10, or some amount of tenths. So 2 has been multiplied by something to get 10. So let's go up in our 2 times table. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2 has been multiplied by 5 to get 10. So therefore, the numerator, 1, must also be multiplied by 5. So 1 times 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the numerator is 5. So therefore, 1/2 is equal to 5/10. Let's do one more example. So here we have 4/5 is equal to something out of 20. So 5 has been multiplied by something to get 20.
So let's go up in our 5 times table to see what it was. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So 5 has been multiplied by 4 to get 20. So therefore the numerator must also have been multiplied by 4. So 4 times 4. So let's go for my 4 times tables. 4, 8, 12, 16. So the numerator must be 16. So 4/5 is equivalent to, or equal to, 16 20ths. Let's take a look at this question. It says, shade 3/5 of this shape. However, there's not just 5 parts. Let's count how many parts there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row, and there's 1, 2, 3 rows. So 3 rows is 5, so it's actually out of 15 instead. So we want to shade 3/5, but the shape is out of 15. So 3/5 is equal to something out of 15. Well, let's see what's happened there. So 5 must have been multiplied by something to get 15. So let's go up in our 5 times table. 5, 10, 15. So 5 has been multiplied by 3. So therefore, I need to multiply 3 by 3 as well. So 3 times 3 will be 3, 6, 9. So I need to shade 9 out of these 15 parts, and that would be the same as shading in 3/5 of the shape. So that's what I'm going to do now. So this question says shade 2/3 of this shape. So I can't just shade 2 out of 3 because there are more than 3 parts. In fact, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 parts altogether. So if I want to shade 2/3, I need to shade something out of 12. So what's happened from that 3 to get to 12? So let's go up on my 3 times 12 table to see what I've multiplied by there. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So I've multiplied by 4. So if I've multiplied the denominator by 4, I must also multiply the numerator by 4. So 2 times 4 will be 2, 4, 6, 8. So shading 2/3 of the shape is the same as shading 8/12 of the shape. So I'm going to shade in 8 parts of this shape here.
Thanks for listening and watching this video. What I'd like you to do now is to attempt the questions on the worksheet, and when you're finished, just check your answers by scanning the code at the bottom of the worksheet. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.